Chapter 9 talks about that sovereign power of knowledge, sovereign knowledge, right? So here, Krishna here gives Arjun the greatest secret, or you call that profound knowledge, which he called Guhyatam. Guhyatam. Guhya Vidya secret. Krishna unfolds that profound knowledge to Arjun here. And what happens when we have that knowledge is knowledge, kilifeno, of course, to learn things, to put into practice. Then releasing us from the cycle of birth and death. That is moksha. Okay. But why are we not able to reach that moksha? Most probably because we don't know that knowledge. We don't have that gyan. We are ignorant. Right? So because of this ignorance, the fact that we don't know, we don't have the knowledge, man suffers. Men en général, we suffer. We suffer in terms of what? We take birth again and again. Like Buddha has said, Gautam Buddha, he has said, taking birth itself, it is suffering. Life is suffering. Right? So we have to take birth again and again, come here, do the same thing. Can you imagine next birth, you take birth as a human? You'll be child again, you'll go to school, vous allez passer l'examen, have degrees, certificates, go to work. This is all that is the suffering we are going through. And the knowledge will help us to liberate us from the suffering, and thus, bien sûr, leading us to moksha. Right? Yeah. After reading many books, yet man suffers, he won't be free. Learning is not only about just reading the books. It's all about putting into practice. It's not important that one reads the 108 Upanishads. No. We read one Upanishad, you read one chapter of one Upanishad, but you put that wholly into practice. That is more than enough, right? So put into practice the acquired knowledge is called Brahma Gyan. The knowledge that we get, in a system, no, to get that knowledge. We go to the Gurukul, we have a guru. Here in the modern context, we don't have the Gurukul, but we can get the guru give us knowledge. So putting that thing into practice is called the Brahma Gyan. I don't know if you have heard in Mauritius people say, when I found Brahma Gyan, when I Brahma Gyan or something, right? So it's all about the knowledge that we have in the scriptures already. A guru is going to give us that, to impart that to us. And our job will be to put into practice. This is the Brahma Gyan. Krishna says again here in this chapter, the Lord, the incarnate Lord, as, yes, about Gyan Yoga. Chapter 9 is about Gyan Yoga. That's what I said earlier. The chapter 3 is based on the karma. This one is based on the Gyan Yoga. And the chapter 12 will talk about bhakti. So the incarnate Lord as the supreme reality. God, we see God in two ways, having two aspects. The one is the one having the form, that is the Sagun God. We pray him or her with a form like Ganesh, Durga, etc. And the other one is the supreme reality, the formless one. Does it have any difference? No, it doesn't. Because the supreme reality, the formless one, which takes incarnation, comes here, like in the form of Vishnu, in as Matsya, as the fish Matsya, or as Ram, no? So he incarnates here. And you know, well, why he incarnates is to do some, for a mission, to protect us, to help us, and to eliminate evil also. Now, Krishna says, those having no faith in God, O Krishna, consider the world to be real. Pour nous, ça, le monde-là, est real. Normalement, quand nous disons, nous trouve quelque chose with the eyes, no, we have seen it. This is real because I can see it. Right now, I have a bottle in front of me. I can see the bottle. So I say the bottle is real. No, the bottle is not real. The world is not real. What you see around as the planets, Earth, the trees, all other planets, Mars, Jupiter, whatever you can think about are around us. Nothing is real. Even the persons living with us, they are not real. I'm not real. My body is not real. What is real then? The God. That one is real only. These things around us, we are all unreal. So those who consider the world to be real, that is, they live in illusion. You can explain it that way also. Those who live in illusion, they fail to attain the God, I mean the Lord, right? Or Krishna, or whichever name it is, right? And of course, is trapped in the cycle of birth and death. So here, as per Krishna, we need to be a taste to believe in God, to be able to reach moksha. Krishna here, he describes himself to Arjun. So here it's basically describing God, like he pervades everywhere. All things are perishable, but not God. He is the first cause of all phenomena. He is the creator. He is the cause of everything. He's untouched by Maya, by illusion. He's not affected by that. But yes, we are affected by illusion. All creatures emanate from God. We have all come from God. We merge in him at the time of dissolution. At the end, we'll all merge again in him. The Lord remains free from bondage. Nous toujours attachés, in bondage, but not the Lord. Only ignorant souls are helplessly born. Those who are born again and again, they are the ignorant souls. Whereas those who are enlightened, they are not born again. Rebirth is not for them. They merge with the Supreme, right? Now, then theory, there's a theory that women and soul in capable of liberation, in merge with God, but God can send that soul again on for a certain mission. So some gurus, I mean the real gurus, they have come for this. Is a devenu for a certain period of time, a very short age that vive après cette réalité. This is also another theory. Okay, but the point is to get liberation, not to suffer. Now, here he talks about devotion. He says that devotion brings it reward. Obviously, whatever form of devotion we are going to do, it will bring the reward. Okay, whatever form I mean to say, we can engage in singing, in japam, nam, smarana, or bien for someone, devotion can be helping people. In our devotion, c'est ça, not to help people. This will bring the reward. Maintenant, in our lower forms of devotion and higher form of devotion, upper forms of devotion. Lower form of devotion, I tell you, which are not wrong, which is not wrong, to do, to perform. And this is what we basically do. Most of us, right? We do. Nous faire beaucoup rituals. Yeah, we do many rituals. This is considered devotion, but still a lower form of devotion. That does not mean that if I do rituals, God is not going to hear me, I'm not going to get liberation. I will. It will take me more time for that. So from the lower form of devotion, I need to move to the upper form of devotion. How? Lower form of devotion is where people, they get attracted or attached to a particular form of God. To a particular form of God. Let's say I'm doing Durga Puja. It's lots of things to do, lots of rituals to do. This is for Durga Ji. I love Durga Ji. I know, which is good. I will get the reward of it. I will get the reward. Okay. But you can say it is very limited. And the thing here is, I am still attached to that form of God. Like in this case, Durga Ji. My aim should be what? To be able to do a certain devotion that I don't require any form of God. Any form of God. Come for prayer. I like Durga. So I close my eyes, I do prayer, I think about God, I think of Durga. This attracts me. I need to reach a level where there is no form in my mind, no form of God, just the divinity, the formless one. And that is the highest form of devotion. How do we do that? In that highest upper form of devotion, there's no ritual there. But rituals, let's say someone is doing the Durga Puja, lots of things to do, In that upper form of devotion, there are no rituals like that. It's just you and the Supreme, who has no form, who has practically no attributes, so many hands and all like Krishna and all. No. And when you sit, you meditate. The thing we do here is meditation. Yes, you're in that upper form of devotion. You get, you get connected to that Supreme. Okay. This is the lower and the upper form of devotion. But whichever form of devotion we do, it will bring the reward. I just gave you an example. For some people, bhakti, for me, I take my own example. For me, bhakti is I help someone, I give someone food or something. This is my opinion about bhakti. I don't say I don't do rituals, I do rituals, but helping Pumali enjoying that I sit and sing the name of God. But when I'm helping, let's say someone is helping, is doing service to mankind, there is no ritual here. No, there's no performance of rituals, there's no attachment to one particular form of deity, right? This should be the highest form of devotion, which we need to reach there. Unfortunately, what we learn, it can be at home. We have temples also. I don't say temple is not showing us the right path. They are showing the right path. But we need to reach at that level where we don't need that form of God to focus on God. Why do I need the form of God to focus on Him? Because I like to use that word. Our mind is very petty. Bien chanchal aussi, Chanchala, as we say. Chanchal. We call that the monkey mind. This is the mind of modern man. We can't focus for long on certain things. Right? We can't do that. It is hard. I will say, let's use the word hard. We can't focus 100%. When we are doing, let's say, when I sit for Durga Puja, I take my own example. My concentration is never 100% on the puja because mon fatigué assisé, il almost 3 heures de temps. I'll think, est-ce que ça madame Cuimans est là, infini Cuimans est là ou non? Non, est-ce que du monde est capable d'assister? No, I'm going to think about these things. I can't concentrate. Yeah. But again, we start with that. The rituals, praying the form of God, we start our journey with that. Mais doucement, doucement, nous besoin quitte ça, worship of God having a form. Okay? Parce que worshipping of God having a form is a kind of attachment. We are attaching ourselves, we have attachment, we have a bondage to a particular form of God, right? To a particular form of God. So we need to go beyond that. That is the basic point. What Krishna has also explained in the chapter later on and other chapters also. Okay. So when we do devotion, it should be with undivided mind, exclusive devotion. You can take the example of Shabri. Hanuman also, right? Shabri is a great example. Throughout her life, from being young, this kind of vieille, she waited for Ram. Tous les jours, il nettoyait so hut. She will pluck the fruits every day. She did not miss one single day. If I have to do that, I'll tell you in 2 days, I'll fed up. Okay, but this is definitely not the exclusive devotion. But Krishna and other scriptures and even the saints say that we are modern men, that's why we have these qualities. Like I'm telling you, I can't do that for more than 2 days. We have those qualities, bad qualities in us, in modern man. Yet devotion is the easiest way to reach God. Just imagine, take the example of Ravan. Ravan was a demon, but he was knowledgeable. He knew the Vedas. He was a great devotee of Shiv. But he had certain issues which made him a demon. At the time of death, even throughout his life, he knew Ram was God. Pareillement, Duryodhana aussi, he said that. He knew Krishna was God. But because of the temptations of Maya, of illusions, they are always tempted. They deviate from the right path. Okay, so we also do that. So I was taking the example of Ravan. He died. God killed him. That is a great thing for a person, for a devotee. You know, God killed someone. And secondly, he could realize at the time of death, Ram, the incarnated Vishnu, into that is an exclusive form of devotion as well. What I mean to say here, devotion in this yug, I mean in this Kali Yug, is the easiest way to God. Okay. We may not follow the Gyan Yoga to get liberation, the Raja Yoga, yeah, the Karma Yoga. Devotion will lead us to that liberation. Even Tulsidas has said that in the Ramcharitmanas. But if you analyze the paths, what you talk about, what we said about Gyan, knowledge, Gyan, Karma, and Bhakti. Okay? Qui nous fait actually, nous fait an amalgamation of everything. We have knowledge. You have knowledge how to do prayers, what are the prayers to do, let's say, for example. We have karma, we do karma, we help people. someone needs to cross the road, you do that. You help the person. And we do bhakti also. So what are we doing? Unconsciously, might be unconsciously, I'm in an amalgamation of the three paths. And actually, we are following the three paths. We are doing that. At times, we don't realize it. Nous dire que I do devotion only. Pareil comment Uddhav. While I'm explaining, the examples are coming, so let me tell you all. Uddhav was the friend of Krishna. Uddhav didn't persist with Krishna. He said that he is a follower of Jnana Yoga. He doesn't believe in devotion. He doesn't believe in the Karma Yoga. He is the follower of Jnana Yoga, which was true. But Krishna wanted to tell him that he also follows the Karma and the Bhakti Yoga, but with that arrogance in him. That is one of the risks that might come when one follows the Jnana Yoga, is the risk of arrogance, right? Which is Uddhav being the perfect example here. So to show him, to teach him a lesson, Krishna sent Uddhav to the gopis. Kutsuban gopis, the Gokul, where there was Radha also there. So Krishna was not living in Gokul. The gopis were very sad and all. Krishna sent him, Uddhav, there to teach the gopis the knowledge, the path of Jnana. Arrogantly, he said, yes, I'm going to get them converted following the Jnana. But when he went there, the contrary happened. Uddhav didn't realize his mistake of being arrogant. And he concluded also that even Bhakti Yoga, actually Bhakti Yoga is one of the best paths which leads us to liberation, right? Yeah. So feel the presence of God in the heart, right? To surrender to him, that is, an action. What will happen, God will see what to do. This is the Atma Nivedana, surrendering to God. And if we do all this stuff, right, Vajisana, lots of things, such persons, such devotees, they enjoy peace and bliss. What we call Ananda. Anand. Supreme bliss. All pervasiveness of God. That we have different forms of worship which reach him. Of course, comme on dit, ça can prier dans cette façon. Someone may offer a leaf, a flower, someone may do, let's say, Shiv Puja, Abhishek, someone will do the Durga Puja, someone else will do something else. But it will reach him, it will reach the Supreme. Okay. He appears as many. He is one, but he appears as many. This is called Ekoham. I am one. Bahushyami. That's the appear as many. Bahut. Bahu. Right. Good Nunabonte, there is God in everything. He is in the items we use in fire sacrifice. You're putting the wood in the fire sacrifice. God is in it. Everything which we see around in us, everything, there is God. Even something which is non-living, a rock, a stone, a table, whatever you can think about, there is God in everything. God is Om, God is the Vedas, God is the mother, the father, the grandfather. He gives birth to us. He is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiv. He is the ultimate goal. He is the refuge of the distressed. When you have problems, where do we go? To God. He is the friend of the lonely. He is the origin. We come from him. He is the resting place. You find peace, no? In God, with God. And he is the end. This is where we'll go again. An ordinary seed perished when the plant grows. No, can seed, people perish, but plant will grow. but the Lord remains the same. This is from the Isha Upanishad. Sorry, he remains the same. This is also from the Isha Upanishad, this peace invocation. It says that that is the whole, this is the whole which is the complete. Si je converse en Sanskrit, it is Purnamada Purnamidam, right? That is the whole, this is the whole. The whole remains the whole, even after the whole comes out of the whole. Okay, that is the whole, that refers to God. He's the whole. This is the whole. This refers to the creation. It has come from God. It is the whole. Now, let's say you have a bag of 5 mangoes and you take out 3 mangoes out of it. So there are 2 mangoes left. There has been a change. No? We come out from God. Everything has been emanated from God. We come out from him. God changed? No, he did not. So even when he take out everything from him, the creation from him, he remains the whole. He remains complete. He remains intact, right? So you can use that in your work. Heavenly enjoyment not to be viewed as the highest goal. When we are doing something, we say, what do we want to achieve? We want to achieve heaven. No, we are in heaven. Heaven is not liberation. But souvent, des fois, nous servir comme synonyme. That is true. We want to get liberation. I want to go to heaven. We use that as synonyms. But going to heaven is actually, you know the theory that heaven and hell is on earth. Let's say you have a very good life. You have everything. You don't have problems in your life. This is heaven. This is heaven. No? So heaven is where we enjoy the good results of our good actions. This is heaven. But it is not the highest goal. Quand nous parlons dans heaven, nous pouvons enjoy dans scriptures, peut-être dans films, je ne trouve ça. Dans scriptures, comment ils décrivent ça? We go to the heaven of Indra, you will have apsaras or dancing. No, dans un film, peut-être, je ne trouve. C'est actually enjoyment of the results of the good actions that we have done. But after the enjoyment of the good results, we have to return here on earth. Parce que nous avons une balance of bad karma to pay. Right? So it is heavenly enjoyment is not the highest goal, is not liberation. But mettez ça bien dans la tête, quelquefois, nous servons comme synonyme. Peut-être you can read it somewhere, or maybe you can write it also. We use that as synonym, that our aim of life is to reach heaven. Right? But we have that difference between heaven and liberation, right? Worship of deities. Should we worship deity or not? Like I just told you earlier. Yes, we should. This is the very initial stage in our spiritual life. But with time, we have to stop that. Means that arrive à un point que we can concentrate, connect directly to the Supreme without focusing on any deity, having a particular form. This form we use, c'est comme si to train our mind, to tame our mind. The right word is to tame, to tame our mind. Your mind is chanchal, as we say, the monkey mind. So to tame it, right? Now, deities are limited forms of the Supreme. Doesn't mean God has limited power. But nous dire God in prend, let's say, il take in prend form of Saraswati. Saraswati, we worship Saraswati, goddess Saraswati, for a particular reason, and that is knowledge. Or maybe those who are related to music. So we have one particular reason why we worship a particular form of God, right? And usually it is selfish at such. It is a selfish form of devotion, right? Nous faire Saraswati Puja pour les enfants pour qu'ils passent l'examen, which is good. We need to do. We take the blessings of God. But it is still selfish parce que qui nous peut faire, like Krishna said earlier, we are expecting a particular result, sorry. We are expecting a particular result when I'm doing the prayer. Example, I'm doing a Saraswati Puja because I have exams, so I need blessings of God, whatever. So I have an expectation, right? So that's why we say deities have limited forms of, or limited forms of the Supreme. And that form of devotion is usually selfish. Doesn't mean we are not going to get the blessing. We'll get it. But it is selfish. We have to move upward to that selfless form of devotion, right? So it gives limited results. You will, like you said, you will enjoy in the heaven and all, but you'll have to come back on earth. Travail pas fini là. We have to work again, right? Easy access to the Lord. It is not difficult to access him. We don't need to offer great things. Yes, it is the good. So that is the whole. This is the whole. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Yes. Si tu apprends the first line, if you can, and then you write the translation, or those who cannot learn the Sanskrit version, they learn only the translation. That is also okay, right? So God doesn't need our costly materials. God doesn't need our cocoa, banana, and all what we usually take to him. What he needs is a pure devotion, a pure heart. C'est tout. We can offer flowers, we can offer anything to him, but that is also not important to him. What is important is a pure devotion, pure love, like Sudama, like Shabri, like Hanuman, right? So God can be accessed easily. Anyone can access. Equal vision towards all. God has no enemies, no friend. God is impartial. He gives everyone sunlight. I don't like you, I'm not going to give you sunlight. No. Everyone gets the same thing. But why is it that I'm suffering, the other one is happy? It's karma. This is not the fault of God. This is our fault. It is our karma in our previous births, right? And God promises to help people, to help victims of social injustice. That is what he has said. He takes incarnation from time to time to protect, right? Now, some people believe that the lower caste and women cannot attain liberation, which is definitely not true. Mais il y a certain sects dans Hinduism qui believe ça. Let's say the Jains, some of the Jains, pas tous, some of the Jains, ceux qui follow Jainism, so there women cannot attain liberation. They will take birth again as a man to attain liberation, right? Well, this is definitely a very myth, let's say. It's a wrong belief. Anyone can attain liberation. The body, remember, the body is perishable. It's just a female body, and male body. What is more important is that essence, Atma ki nadonula. The Atma has no gender. So God is impartial. He has equal vision towards all, but we can't blame God that I'm suffering, le diable, même ça, il fait un mauvais travail, but he has lots of money and all these things. À times, nous ne disons pas ça dans la vie quelque part, ou bien c'est qui pas penser pour penser peut-être un jour, but this is karma. We can't fight it. We have to accept, right?